This is Rob Tebbutt for Boxing Social. I'm delighted to be joined by the IBF Featherweight Champion of the World, Lightning Lee Selby. How you doing, Lee?
I'm very well, thank you. You make a good ring announcer, you would.
Oh, really? You should tell my boss that.
Michael Buffer better look out.
Thank you very much. Always a good start to an interview. So we're here today at Elland Road for Lee Selby, Josh Warrington final press conference. Tell us a little bit about what happened today, Lee.
It is what it is, just a press conference. Warrington started to pipe up. Not so much as the first one, but started to cheer up a little bit. And his fans got involved as well. It is what it is.
This is something that I spoke to Tony Borg about. When I came here today, I was told it was media only. It didn't turn out that way. Did that surprise you?
No, it doesn't surprise me because they did the same with the first press conference. That was supposed to be media only. And he had his mates in there, but it is what it is.
You strike me as somebody who is unflappable. I mean, I know we've seen in your career you knocked out Stephen Smith in Liverpool, you produced a very good performance against Martin Lindsay in Belfast. Is that just part of your makeup? Do you approach those fights differently than maybe you would if you were fighting in neutral territory, or does that sort of bring the best out of you?
When you look back, well, it's evident that it brings the best out of me, you know. That hostile crowd, people booing me. I remember in them fights I was walking out, I was thinking, I'll show you.
Josh Warrington had some things to say today about weight, so that's happened, that's sort of been a recurring theme. Just let us know, I mean, how are you weight-wise? Is weight ever a problem for you? I mean, I know you've been at featherweight for a long time now. Just clear that up for us.
Making weight is difficult for any fighter in this day and age. You know, all fighters try and get down to the lowest weight possible and still be competitive. If every other fighter boxed at a natural weight, I'd do the same. But if I box a few weights above, I wouldn't be able to compete because those guys are coming down like myself. But in all my previous fights, I've never failed the weigh-in, coming under the limit every time.
Now you're somebody who's had probably the worst luck of any of the world champions that I can certainly think of off the top of my head with your recent fights. You had the issue with Jonathan Barros. You had Eduardo Ramirez left the room or left the country or wherever it was 2 days before your last fight. Does that play on your mind in the build-up to fight week? Are you expecting any perhaps last-minute shenanigans in the build-up to this fight?
To be honest, nothing would surprise me now. But that's boxing. It's full of surprises. And you mentioned one of the worst lucks from the world champions. I'm also one of the longest reigning ones from the UK. So the luck can't be too bad.
Do you feel underappreciated as a champion?
Not really. Is what it is. I'm not in there for other people. I'm in this game for myself.
Something that I spoke to Frank Warren about. It's been quite rare, if ever, that I've ever seen somebody who promotes two fighters who says that they want one fighter to win. Now, Frank did that at the first press conference. He also did that today. Made no secret that he's rooting for Josh. How does that make you feel standing up there with your promoter who's picking the other guy?
He's a businessman, isn't he? He wants Warrington to win so he can keep putting these big nights on you.
Don't pay any second thought to it?
Didn't pay a first thought to
it. When this fight was first sort of mooted or rumoured, when Josh was first calling you out, I think the general consensus was that it was something of a mismatch. I think the general consensus now is that the gap has potentially shortened. Yeah. Is that something you'd agree with?
Yeah, I'd agree, definitely.
Is that more on Josh's part or your part?
Bit of both.
How do you mean?
He's improved. Some of my most recent fights haven't been the greatest, but then the guys have been decent guys, and there's been things going on in my personal life, whether that got anything to play with it, maybe. But at the end of the day, Saturday night we're going to fight. The winner will win, the loser will lose.
You're somebody who has been seemingly searching for a marquee fight. Your Santa Cruzes, your Gary Russells, so on and so forth. First part of the question, is this your marquee fight?
At the moment, my career so far, but it's not going to be the defining fight of my career, I don't think. You know, I want to fight the best. I ain't scared of losing. I want to fight the big names.
Does Josh Warrington fall into that bracket, or are you talking about other fighters?
Well, it's a big fight in its own right, but obviously the likes of Carl Frampton, Joe Santa Cruz, Abner Myers, them type of fighters, they're bigger ones.
And just finally, Lee, What have you done differently in preparation for Josh Warrington?
I'm in nothing different than the usual thing. We've been out to America, my 10th trip out there, training for a fight. So everything's the same. I don't like training for specific fighters. I train myself to get myself right. And what happens on the night, I try to adapt. I don't go in with game plans. I just go in knowing that I've put the work in and I adapt on that.
Saw that you met up with your old friend Oscar Valdez out there.
Yeah, he come into the gym. He watched me spar in the Maywood gym.
Is that a fight that you'd look for in the future? I mean, I know you guys are quite friendly. You've sparred a lot of rounds together in the past. Is that still something on your mind potentially for after this fight?
We've sparred many a times over in his gym in Carson and LA, and the spars have been great. I bet they were a pleasure to watch. They were a pleasure to be involved in. I know it'd make for a great fight. But you know me, I'm not one for calling out fighters, but I'm open to fight anybody. He's a great fighter in his own right, and I want to fight the best.
Okay, and just finally, Lee, contrary to belief, you do have a fan base in Wales. What message have you got for them tuning in on Saturday night when you take on Josh Warrington at Elland Road?
Just tell them thanks for the continued support. Make sure you tune in. If you're not coming up, not making the trip up, root for me behind the TV screen, and I'll try my best to bring that belt back home to Barry.
Okay, well, the IBF featherweight champion of the week. We can do it together.
You're saying that someday.
Lee Selby, always a pleasure catching up with you. Look forward to seeing you soon.